Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day. Today, I'm going to be making my NBA play-in and playoff predictions. NBA play-in tournament starts tonight with the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic, and the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies. It will be a very interesting matchup tonight between the 7 and 8 seeds in the Western and Eastern Conference. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, you will see the Mavericks versus the Kings and the Bulls and the Heat in the 9 and 10 seed matchups. And then the losers of tonight's matchups will face the winners of tomorrow's matchups on Friday night. So it will be very interesting. All right, so predictions. Hawks versus Magic. I'm going to go with the Hawks in this one. I like Trae Young to have a good game. And look, honestly, I love Paulo. I think he has a good game tonight too. And I just think if the Hawks start feeling it from three in this game tonight, and you have a lot of good three-point shooters that start feeling it. Trae Young, you got Dyson Daniels, you got Zachary, you got off the bench Niang, Karis LeVert. You got a lot of good three-point shooters. Orlando is one of the worst three-point shooting teams in basketball. If Atlanta starts to shoot well from three early on in the game and Trae Young gets it going, it's going to be trouble for Orlando. I got Atlanta winning to face Boston. I think Atlanta-Boston would be an interesting series. Atlanta, if you guys remember earlier in the season in the in-season tournament without Trae Young, went into Boston and beat Boston and beat them. There was another time this season where Atlanta beat Boston as well with Trae Young. I don't think Atlanta would beat Boston in a series, but honestly, I think Atlanta would be a more intriguing series versus Boston than Orlando, because Orlando, they're a terrible three-point shooting team. Orlando goes up against Boston. I think there's going to be a lot of blowouts in that potential series because of the fact that Boston shoots a lot of threes, Orlando doesn't shoot well from three, and if Boston starts knocking down threes, it's trouble for Orlando. Meanwhile, I think Orlando matches better up against Cleveland. Do I think they have a shot against Cleveland? No, but I think they match up better against Cleveland, in my opinion. All right, so I got Atlanta winning tonight. And then in the Western Conference 7-8 game tonight, you got the Warriors and the Kings. The Warriors and the Grizzlies. My heart wants the Kings. My gut tells me the Warriors. And there are multiple reasons why I want the Grizzlies to win this game tonight. One reason is I'm a Rockets fan, and I'd rather see my Rockets face the Grizzlies than the Warriors. That's one reason. Another thing is, and also another reason, it's, this is the weird thing. I can see my Rockets beating the Warriors. I think there's more of a chance that we beat the Grizzlies than the Warriors. But another thing is I got one of my best friends is a Warriors fan, and I don't know if I can deal with the stress of the the BSing between me and him in a 7-game series. I just I don't know how I would deal with that because he's a very annoying Warriors fan of messing with you. It's just it gets on my nerves. So that's one of the reasons. I could see the Rockets beating the Warriors in a 7-game series. It's just one of the reasons why I don't want them to play him is one thing I think of is playoff Jimmy. The other thing I think of is my friend. Just absolutely, back and forth with that. Here's another reason why I want the Grizzlies to win this game tonight. Regardless of who wins the Kings-Mavs game, if Memphis loses that game, this game tonight, and they face Dallas or Sacramento, honestly, I see Memphis winning and facing OKC. I don't think Memphis and OKC is an intriguing series at all. I think OKC would dominate Memphis. I really do. I think we could see a sweep or 5-game series. Golden State on the other end, I think Golden State OKC would be a more intriguing series. I really do. I really think it would be a very intriguing series to watch. And that's one of the reasons why I want the Warriors to lose tonight, is because I'd enjoy Warriors versus OKC. And Houston, Memphis is a fun matchup with two young teams. A lot of fight defensively that both teams have. I think you saw a lot of great games between these two clubs with the Rockets and the Grizzlies in the regular season. It would be a fun series to watch, and I think the same thing goes for Golden State and OKC. It'd be a very fun one to watch with Shea versus Steph. You got Jimmy, J-Dub. It would be a fun series first round to watch Golden State versus OKC. Another reason why I want Golden State to lose this game tonight against Memphis is something that we could see on Friday, which would be, honestly, it would be so fun to watch. Honestly, I have something to go to Friday night, so I don't know if I'd actually be able to watch it, but it would be very fun for NBA fans to watch. If Dallas were to beat Sacramento tomorrow night and Golden State loses to Memphis tonight, you would see the last play, since Golden State would host the game against Dallas, you would see the last playoff spot of 2025 go up, you would see that last playoff spot of 2025 be a fight between Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Bros, fighting for the last playoff spot in the 2025 NBA playoffs. That would be so fun to watch. Steph versus Klay, who gets the final playoff spot? It would be so fun to watch. So that's another reason why I want to see Steph, in the Warriors lose tonight, is because I want to see Warriors versus Mavericks, Steph versus Klay Friday night, and I want to see the Warriors versus Thunder in that interesting series, potentially. And then on top of that, on top of those two reasons, rather seeing my Rockets face Memphis than Golden State. So I'm gonna go with Memphis. I'm going with my heart. I'm going with Memphis, and then I'm gonna go with Dallas tomorrow, and then Dallas facing Golden State, and I'm gonna go with Dallas beating Sacramento, and then Dallas facing Golden State. I'd love to see Dallas win, because I think Dallas and OKC would be an intriguing series because you got the two teams that have a lot of size, because Dallas has AD, Lively, and Gafford, and OKC has Hartenstein, Chet. But I think Golden State and OKC would be a more intriguing series, and Golden State 100% would beat Dallas. And so then Golden State versus OKC in the first round. Gonna go over first round predictions, and rest of the playoff predictions. Now that I've done also Orlando. I got Chicago versus Miami. I'm going with Chicago, and then Chicago versus Orlando. I'm going with Orlando to face Cleveland. So first round predictions: OKC versus Golden State. I'm going with OKC in 6. I think OKC and Golden State would be a way more intriguing series than Golden State and Memphis potentially. Denver and the Clippers. Oh man, it's a hard one. I think it's one of the hardest ones in the entire playoffs. I don't know. I love Denver. I love Jokic. I love the team they got, but you got a first time head coach in David Adelman, and the Clippers got Ty Lue and Kawhi and James Harden. I'm going to Clippers in a 7-game series, but also that's where it gets intriguing, because can the Clippers win a game 7 in Denver? But I believe with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard and Norman Powell and Zubac, they can get it done. I got the Clippers. All right, Lakers, Timberwolves. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people saying Lakers in 5 because, the meme that we've seen. I don't have that. I think the Lakers win this series, but I think the Lakers win this series in 6 as well. I think Minnesota can put up a fight to win at least a couple games, but I think it would be funny if the Lakers did win in 5, though. But I'm going to Lakers winning in 6 games to move on to play the winner of the Rockets-Grizzlies series. Next, I'm going with the Rockets to win in 6 games as well. So I have most of the matchups in the first round Western Conference being 6-game series. I think Houston, Memphis would be an interesting series, but I'm going with the Rockets. And then you would see the Rockets, Clippers, Lakers, and Thunder all in the second round. Then Eastern Conference, Cleveland, Orlando. I'm going with Cleveland in a 5-game series. I could see Orlando winning one of the home games and then Cleveland winning game 5 back in Cleveland. Indiana, Milwaukee. Dame starting off the series in on the injury report makes me believe in Indianapolis more. And then also the fact that Indiana, to finish off the season, was one of the best teams in basketball. Really good basketball team. And also, I think the Pacers-Cavs would be an interesting second-round matchup. I'm going with the Pacers in 6 games. All right, Knicks-Pistons. I know a lot of people are going with the Pistons to get the upset here. I'm going with the Knicks winning, but I think this could be a 7-game series. I'm going with a 7-game series. All right, then I am going, with Atlanta and Boston in the first round. I'm going with. I could see Boston get taken to 6 games here, but I'm going to go with Boston winning in 5 against the Hawks. All right, then you would see Boston, New York in the Boston, New York in the second round, Pacers, Cavs, Thunder, Clippers, and then you would also see Lakers versus Rockets. All right, then Pacers, Cavs. I'm gonna go with the Cavs winning in I'm gonna say 6 games, and then Knicks, Celtics. I don't believe in the Knicks much. I think they have a great team, but we haven't seen them be able to beat the teams like the Cavs or Celtics. I'm going with the Celtics in 5. I'd love to see this be a 6 or 7 game series, though, between the Celtics and Knicks, two iconic teams. But I'm going with the Celtics winning, and then the Celtics and Cavs being in the Eastern Conference Finals. Thunder versus Clippers. Yeah, I don't think the Clippers match up great against this Thunder team. They didn't in the regular season. Most of the regular season matchups, there wasn't a Kawhi. So I do see the Clippers taking them to 5 or 6 games. I'm going to go with 6 games, and the Thunder winning the series. Then the Lakers Rockets. Trying not to be biased here. I'm going to go ahead and say just going to do this game by game. I'm going to say Rockets win game 1. Lakers win game 2. Lakers win game 3. Rockets win game 4. And then I'm going to, I hate to do this as a Rockets fan. It pains me to do this. I'm going to say Rockets win game 5 and up 3-2. I don't want to see this happen at all, but I'm going to say Rockets up 3-2. Lakers win game 6 and game 7. I think it would be intriguing, because if the Rockets were to potentially be up 3-2 over the Lakers, game 6, I don't see the Lakers losing a game 6 at home. Then game 7, you got LeBron's history during game 7. I don't like the Rockets in this series potentially. It's okay if the Rockets go down in the second round, again, especially against a Lakers team that has LeBron and Luka. I think I as a Rockets fan, I'd be happy with this team if they fought against the Lakers. If they were able to take them to 6 or 7 games, I'd be happy with the team. So I'm going with the Lakers and 7, and then the Lakers and Thunder in the Lakers and Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. Cavs, Celtics. I think this would be an intriguing series. I'm going with the Cavs beating the Celtics in 7 games and moving on to the NBA Finals. And then could we see LeBron James versus former NBA team? I'm going to say no. I love LeBron. I love Luka. I love the Lakers. And I think they're a great team. But OKC, they're a special team. I don't see anybody beating them in the West. I think LA can compete with them. I think LA can make it an intriguing series. I could see LA taking them to 6 or 7 games, but I got OKC taking them down, and NBA Finals being Thunder and Cavs, and then Thunder and Cavs. This is another very intriguing series. I don't know where to go with this. I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the NBA championship and winning it all, but I could see the Thunder winning as well. I very much think the Thunder could win the NBA Finals as well. I'm not going to make an exact prediction, because I think my prediction is that the Thunder and the Cavs are in the NBA Finals. It's very hard to make a prediction on who would win that matchup, because I think both are great teams, and it'd be an interesting series. That's what I'll say there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on my NBA playoff predictions. But, you got to pick NBA champion. So, I know I originally kind of went with the Cavs, but I think I'd go with the Thunder. I got the Thunder winning it all. I mean, they're a hard team to face. You got Shea with the basketball he's playing. But on top of that, you got a lineup of where and this is very unnatural in basketball, where you got 2, true bigs at the 5, and 4. With Chet and Hardenstein, and then you have J-Dub, you have Alex Caruso is great defensively. You have other great shooters on the team. I think this OKC team is great. You got Shea, who gets just outrageous fouls calls at times. So that's another thing. And so I like this Thunder team to win it all. You got a great coach in Mark Daigneault. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on my predictions in the comment section, and peace out.